Hey yo, welcome here. This is Mumra Badenwa. So in this video, we're going to just look at some ways to work with the boom market, some ways to trade boom, and we have crash and we have boom. So we're going to work with the boom. And if you're seeing position open and close here, position open and close here, don't be distracted. Uh, I just noticed this current Deriv have a really an automated live section that creates an open position wherever there's an open position on your account. Like for instance, I am trading through the binary bot.binary here, and the position is opened here. I'm just testing out this bot to see how it works on this strategy, and I'm still working on it. So most times we have to test it out for a very long time, so it will create a continuous open position here. Alright, so be free with that. Most times to view trade here, I just noticed to view trade here, you just have to tap on it and have a larger view of that trade. Alright, so okay, correct. So let's move on. Now first of all, the first thing I have to do here is let's go back here, choose um, multiplier. You cannot work on the boom or crash market without choosing the multiplier option. I kind of hate this thing blocking my views. Alright, so let me see if there's a way I can enlarge this. Alright, all I'm looking for here is multiplier. So I have to go select first. If that is giving an issue, just go directly select boom. Okay, so I'm talking about boom. Let's say boom 1000. Let's start with boom 1000. Alright, so uh, I don't this the reset balance kind of alert is not really friendly, especially when one is trying to minimize account size like this. Alright, so let me reduce this to the normal rate first. Just zooming out. Alright, so this is how it looks like boom market. And if you're wondering why it's looking like this, most of your you might have to reset your chart to from area to candle, and before you can move from area to candle, you have to move from 1 tick to 1 minute before you are able to choose candles, and then it will show in this candle format. Alright, oh, I just over scrolled. Alright, so you can see there has been a lot of boom, boom upward. Alright, the reason why it's called boom is because it always booms upward. Alright, so I like my percentage to be in 400%. Alright, I'm using, let me realistically choose $10, and I wish to put place a stop loss, and that stop loss should be $1, although I don't normally flash that. And then take profit, I just want to take profit at $1 as well. Well, I want the trade to be stopping and taking profit at $1. Alright, so now what can we do? I'll just, okay, down. You cannot place your trade down, and since it is of multiplicity of 400, the rate at which the trade proceeds will become really high and massive. Alright, so you can see all of a sudden a $10 worth of trade has moved into 0.03 dollars. So let's imagine I increase this. I'm using $100 just to rush up with the trend, because most times the best way to trade this boom market is to really rush up with the trend, like rush up and get in and get out really quick before it booms, especially when you are not using special indicators. That this is for those that are not using special indicators and you're just trading just by looking at it. Alright, so if I'm using that, I'll just what I just have to do is just place down Remember, I've already set take profit and stop loss here. I mean, take profit at $1 and stop loss here, and you can see that with that here, you see the rate at which, okay, this one is already at 0.22%. The rate at which that will increase will create a quicker stop loss. So I can open as many positions as possible, or I can't open more, I can't open anymore because the balance is already low. Alright, so I just open like two three positions. So as soon as it gets that stop loss, the trade will automatically end. Let me check on this. Okay, this is still working. Alright, so okay, can you see it's just once it gets to that stop loss, I mean the take profit is it wins. So imagine you just place this 10 times, like 10 different times, that's $10 already won. So imagine you decide to do this 10 different times in a day, like 10 times 10, that's about $100. All right, $100 in your account. All right, look at the one that we started with the $10. You can see that it's still moving. And the ones that we started with 300 with $100 are already off the chart. All right, so why that is moving, and this one is also on the move as well. All right, so let me show you a special way you can work this with indicator. Now the indicator, this is where, if you're looking for indicator, this is where you see indicator. That's if you're using desktop. So I'm just gonna search awesome oscillator. All right, I think I like this one. No, is this awesome oscillator, and it's not this one I'm looking for. It's not this one I'm looking for. All right, let me check. Alright guys, so the indicator that we're going to use here is called gator oscillator. For me, I don't know how other people analyze the boom market, but this is one of my favorite indicator for analyzing the boom market. It's so superb to use this indicator. Alright, so with this indicator, all I have to do, I haven't set my trade. Alright, here let me just fix the stop loss to be 135, which is adjustable. Later it's adjustable, and I just enter the trade. All right, so this is how, because the way this boom 1000 works is you can actually make a reverse timing, like time when it booms and then you place your trade and then it booms up. All right, now this is the way this works. This requires a bit of close monitoring. Now if you scroll down the chart, you will notice something about the bond market. All right, there's something you will notice. All right, take a look at it. Now when after there's a boom, after a boom, all right, let's say the market was proceeding this way, following this, and then suddenly poof, there's a boom. All right, this is what led to the boom. This is where the boom occurred. All right, but okay, this is where the boom occurred. But one thing I want to let you know is, before this boom occurred, there was some pieces of red that appeared here as a warning before the boom occurred. All right, now what one literally have to do is, once you receive the first red or two reds of this candle, boom candle here, once you receive one or two of them, you get off the market, you sell to market, and then wait till the boom has occurred, except it continues. So now after this boom here, you allow the trade to proceed. If it doesn't overlap like this, you do not enter the market. All right, so and then when it start forming, once it overlaps successfully and comes to this extent, then you can now enter the market. All right, now when you enter the market, you can proceed. Now you can see this couple of red that came here. Now this sudden boom you saw here, this is where it occurred. All right, and then it proceeded again, and then it boomed here again. All right, so now when it's continuous, when it forms this shape and is especially at this point here, this is when you enter trade till when it reduces. When it reduces up to this extent, you exit the market. When it's getting close to the top, you exit the market, and then you allow it to boom again before you enter the market. If it doesn't overlap, do not enter the market. Now, and an instance of that overlapping is here. You can see here it's supposed to overlap the way this part overlap, but instead of overlapping that way, it has overlapped here, but here has not fully formed before this current boom occurred. So that's the same analysis, the same way you are going to pretty look at this. Now you can see that is the same way this particular one is actually forming. So we have to allow the market to go to proceed until it reduces up to an extent, like this candle here reduces up to this extent. Or let me try to get a drawing to see if I can depict what I'm talking about. All right, I need a drawing too. All right, I need a brush. Okay, I need a sticky. All right, now this is what I'm talking about right here. Now it will reduce up to that extent, and when it reduces up to that extent, this is, you are probably going to okay, I think I have to draw another one. Let me draw another one like this, like this, like this. Let me assume it forms like this. So you're probably going to stop your trade somewhere here, somewhere here. All right, so you're probably going to stop your trade somewhere there. All right, so let me close this out. Now let's allow this to continue for some time observing. So with this particular strategy, you can, but once you see one green signal just boom in and out, just flash in and out, you just have to put a stop to the trade. Okay, so let's allow it to just go on, and let's watch it out, keep watching. Meanwhile, this one is, would I say is underperforming or overperforming? It's not really, giving me the desired outcome, and this thing shooting back and forth is being problematic at the causes of some of this. So one loss, two loss, then 11 came back this. All right, remember I said that you have to pay close attention to this. So I'm just going to have to pause the video a little bit and watch. So we are still here, guys. It's still proceeding. Okay, you can see the quick adjustment. All right, so do you notice that the proceeding does not go along with this line? All right, it shifted away from the line somehow. So I am looking for just a signal to just put a stop to reach, and then stop it. Remember I said when it has reduced reasonably. Now looking at previous scenarios, you can see here at this point here, as soon as it gets to this point here, don't allow this overlap, green overlapping was what caused that great shot. So at this point here, I think it's good for me to put a stop to this. uh, I can. There's no green yet. I can put a stop to it now. Alright, I can close the trade now. I just closed that trade. Alright, so most cases, those that want to time the boom, when the boom want to occur. So if this that does not overlap well, alright, if I want to time boom, what I just have to do is I have to reduce this, or do I reduce it? Do I reduce it? Let me name it like that. Let me, it to be in the opposite. I'll place it in an opposite direction. Although this one didn't give me like the green warning, but as it has reduced to this extent, I know that alright. What's going to occur now is there should be an overlap like this, and once a green, small green, just pop up like this, there will be a boom, and you don't want your, even despite your stop loss, your balance is going to cry at that, so you don't want that to happen. So what you do here is, okay, let's say I want to time the boom a little bit. I want to time the boom. So if there is no overlap here, then so I'm just going to place the opposite this time. All right, but it started really big. All right, most times when you're placing opposite, you don't really go too big down. Sure. So if the overlap, oh, I forgot that I placed a stop loss here. And that means I have to get rid of I have to put the stop loss to 20. Alright, so, and then I have to just reduce this. Alright, so I'm not really expecting much from this, so place it up. Alright, so if it gets to $20 stop loss, then it will just come to a stop. Alright, here if the overlap we're expecting doesn't occur, you can see it's gradually eating up. So if the overlap does not occur, it means that the market is going to go up. If it eventually occurs, if the overlap eventually occurs, then the market is going to continue. Then we can now continue with another trade. So let's give it some time. Alright, so guys, if you observe what I was talking about, you can see it coming in a little bit. You can see a little green shown here. Okay, originally if I had allowed the trade to get to this extent, this is the extent I would have actually stopped it, but for some reason I have to stop it early so I don't get like on the normal trade, that's how it works, so don't get a surprise, maybe based on kind of laxity. So let me zoom this so that you can see this. Which one am I zooming? So can you see it for me here? Alright, this is what I'm talking about. So if by now you're not yet subscribed to this channel, please do what to subscribe, and because I bring you the best that will help you succeed in your forex trading career. So remember, this hour against the point is still here. Alright, and so, some people may think like, why don't we set a kind of a normal down trade alongside with this so it balances off, but no, you cannot do that, because when there's a boom, it booms, it goes with a lot of volume. This boom appear based on volume and points. All right, so when there's a large volume, like when the boom goes with volumes and points, so if one boom can is enough to really cause a lot of devastation, so you wouldn't want that to happen. So let's keep observing, and you can see here, I can see it's neatly overlapping though, but so most times, okay, it gets to this point. You see this particular one, it will overlap, which is nice, and it can go on till it gets to this point here, where the green candle crosses, I mean the green stick crosses this line between the up and the down side before one can enter a trade. All right, so we still have some more ways to go, like here and here, so before the boom. So literally from the point where we stopped the trade and to this point where it has gotten to, if we had allowed it to move, still move in down to this line, then it would have gotten some reasonable amount. But this is reasonably when and how to just enter the trade and stop it at this point. All right, look at the one here that we placed in opposite. It's down by -$631, and that's because we are using times 100. If we were using times 400, it would have been more, the volume would have been more. But remember, we're using times 100, and the volume here, the amount we're using is about $100. So here, this is still moving in, and we're still waiting here. All right, so it's around this point here that an a boom is likely to occur. That's if an overlap doesn't take place. That is something like this point here. All right, at this point here, the overlap is, see what I told you here, this is supposed to just cross over, but instead it came in red candles and red sticks, and it boomed. All right, and they kind of boomed twice, so you don't want that to happen. Let's check out this. I really want you all to witness it. All right, all right, all right, can you see that? Can you see that? It just came out now. So this is, if here comes out green and green, and it forms here to be one stick demarcating the line, then it's cool. But else it's going to just boom in the line, and you might not like it. All right, so you wouldn't like it. That's if you are trading against that point. So keep watching. So even if somebody wants to enter a trade, you can see the overlapping there is looking a bit too neat for me, for anyone to enter a trade. But you are not, it's not good to enter a trade when this overlapping has not yet connected from the top down to the bottom. So it's not yet good to enter a trade at that point. So you have to keep waiting a little bit for that to fully occur. Meanwhile, let me check on this. Hmm. thing is doing pretty well. Now, do you notice anything right now? You can see that the overlapping has finally connected to this top, which means that this is not going to occur again. All right, so you must have gone down with -$8, but it's fine. It's fine. It's part of trading. So what I have to close this point and then make it times 400 and entire trade. All right, now we just enter the trade right here downward. All right, so now to look for a likelihood, so now the scenario that just occurred there is just something like this, which is successful. So for you to know that there's going to be a boom soon, now you have to still watch out for this has to be connecting all the way down. Once one red candle pops up like this, you just have to put a stop to it. And before that one red candle pop up successfully like that, it must have shown a signal here. All right, so from the signal point here, you put a stop to it, because this other one shot here is what led to this occurrence here. So I'm just gonna wait. So here we are, we're about $9.52 down the line, still observing. Hello guys, so this at this point here you can see what I was talking about. Can you see this right now? Can you see? Most time it will appear and then disappear. This is a good point to close this trade, and then if you must enter another trade, you have to wait for this to clear off. But that's a clear warning that the market is going to boom soon. So it's just like an observation, a microscopic observation of a jerk off on the market. All right, all right, you can see the red pops up again. The red has just popped up again, making it a second warning that the market is going to boom soon. All right, in most cases at this point here, one can quickly just, the same way we did the other time, with stop loss 20, take a trade opposite direction and give it a watch. Give it a, once it gets to 20 stop loss, it should just come to a stop. All right, okay, another warning is up again. Alright, let me check this. It has gone off again. Here it comes again. Now, one thing that you should know is that if that red candle that is popping up over and over forms, I mean, this red stick that's popping up forms successfully, then the market is definitely going to boom. You can see that it keeps warning constantly. All right, guys. So you see what I was talking about. Now I believe y'all can see what I was talking about, and I told y'all that once this comes in consistent and stirred, it will boom. All right, and it started warning all the way from here. That's when it started warning. All right, and after this here now, once this goes down consistently and overlaps well here, the trend will go down till that occur again. But now, despite the fact that we timed this to although we tried for the timing though, but it wasn't what it wasn't that much. All right, because we I believe this trade was entered from somewhere here, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere here. So uh, the point at which the profit and that point is just, you can see here, it's just between this line and this point here. So but it's good, sha, it's good. Let me put a stop to that. All right, so that's okay. I believe you all have seen. Okay, you see another boom. That's why most times I don't normally advise after a boom to enter another trade. All right, you see another boom just shut up. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope you subscribe, and I hope you are successful in trading boom and crash. All right, see you in my next video.